What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Pablo from Style Systems over here, and I wanted to make a short and sweet video because the Oscars just happened yesterday, right? I believe it was yesterday. But anyway, I saw a number of posts with hashtag Latin Pride, Go Mexico and stuff like that. This is coming from a Mexican, right? And I saw a lot of people being super proud about some movie. The director of one movie got an Oscar, and it happens to be from Mexico. So this idea of being so proud about where you're from, I think that's exactly what is dividing us. It is exactly what is preventing us to collaborate, right? It is the number one reason why we get in trouble and in problems, because the moment you identify yourself with a piece of land, then by virtue of that being true, that piece of land, you're gonna love it. You're going to protect it, quote unquote. So other pieces of land, they're wrong, because what we think, what we say, how we do things in this piece of land, it is the way. And whatever you do in other piece of land, that is completely wrong, or it's different. So what's different, we don't like. I don't like this form of idea, right? I mean, just look at it from a different perspective. How dumb this is. All this hashtag Latin, hashtag brown pride and all this shit. You complain about racism, yet you do it. You promote it by doing these stupid things. Don't identify yourself with something so small. Alright? You should identify yourself as a human being. From there, you're not going to be just proud because one person from one country succeeded. You're going to be happy, genuinely happy and proud by any source of success, any type of success, no matter where it comes from. If somebody in Kenya or somebody in Italy, if somebody in Mexico, if somebody in Peru, if somebody in America gets success, then it allows you and opens up different possibilities of you attaining a success as well. Because if they can do it, so can you. So you can attain that success as well if you follow certain steps. So let me break it down to you. These people that wanna get into this stupid train of yeah, Viva Mexico, yeah, Mexico, because we got an Oscar. You ain't got shit, alright? You didn't got shit. That person got his own Oscar because he was working his ass. Same thing happens when when you get this, how do you call them, the teams on football or soccer. We got the Super Bowl. You didn't got shit. They did, because they were training. They get it. So you cannot be identifying yourself with them. You only do that because you feel like you can share a certain success with them, right? If I am a Mexican and a Mexican just became successful and a Mexican just got an Oscar, then it is the association effect, right? If you are associated with someone that is successful, then all of a sudden you are being perceived, wrongly perceived, as if you were successful. So if I hang around with millionaires, then I'm going to be perceived as if I was a millionaire. I am not a millionaire, right? You are not a millionaire. You are not a success unless you make it so. Unless you you turn yourself into a success. But this wrong belief and wrong idea that, if I am being seen with, this person that is getting success, then I am going to be successful as well. No, you should not be doing this, alright? Avoid this type of stupidity. Instead of saying, Viva Mexico, or yeah, Mexico, I do not identify myself with just being a Mexican, nor an American, nor whatever, a Spaniard, whatever the fuck background it is that I have. Who gives a fuck about that, right? I do what I have to do because I am proud, in quotes, of being a human being. And this allows many different possibilities, allows me to see life with more freedom. And instead of closing doors with closing doors of getting different interactions, or becoming more successful, becoming more abundant, on the contrary, by living like this, it opens up different doors, many doors, limitless, without any boundaries. There's no limitations to to how many doors you can open if you live like this. I am glad if I see someone succeeding, not because he's from Mexico or a piece of land, because of his background, or because of his sexuality, or because of the color of his skin. That is wrong, man. So don't promote this, alright? Because subconsciously, maybe you're not even aware of these things, right? You do it without any negative connotation. But this, by making it unconsciously, this is why you are not being successful. Or this is why maybe sometimes you're stressed, or this is why maybe sometimes you get into fights, or maybe this is why you are not living life at its fullest. You are not blissful, you are not fulfilled. So stop looking things in such a way, in this way. Become the best version of yourself, and feel proud to be a human being, not to be a Mexican or American or whatever, right? Drop this shit, please. We'll see you on the next one.